Hi there, we are back for instructions on how to create your MAP account. MAP again stands for My Academic Plan. So I am just on a brand new Google tab and then we will take it step by step. So please follow along. Feel free to pause this video as needed. Things will look a little bit different to you since you have a student account and I of course have the counselor view. So I'm simply going to type in My Academic Plan. Okay, I'll Google it, and my first hit is indeed My Academic Plan. The official address is www.planyouradventure.net. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click there. And you're going to see this blue website. You'll notice that it says MAP powered by Iowa State University. Iowa State University did indeed create this online platform for Iowa schools to use. It's not necessarily affiliated with Iowa State in the sense of the college and trying to convince you to go to college there. So that's a little bit of our disclaimer of we just want to thank our friends at Iowa State for providing this tool for us. I happen to be logged in, I see, so I'm going to go ahead and log out so I can show you where to go from here. So your screen should look just like this, and you are going to hit the login button. Since we already have preloaded accounts based upon school, you are going to be a returning user, and you're going to hit the login button. You will come to a rectangular screen, and I want you to go ahead and hit sign in with Google, please. Now this is where our screens are going to differ a little bit. I do believe you're going to get a message, something about some account or something, but there's a little bit of a box that pops up for you guys. And you just need to go ahead and accept that, and then you'll get to the screen where you can choose your school Gmail account. So please go ahead, once you accept on the screen that I don't see, you're going to choose your school Gmail as your login account. So we are always going to use our school email. All right, I'm going to have you, you're going to have a screen that is probably going to ask for some demographics. And my screen right now looks a little bit different because, again, I have a different view. On your screen, you're going to notice the red asterisks, and those are required fields. So if you would please go through and fill out like first name, last name, birth date. Please make sure you get your birth date, including your birth year, correct. Otherwise, it causes a bit of a problem for us. So please fill out all the required parts on your screen. Pay attention to your capitalization of your names. Make sure your spelling is correct before you submit anything. So if you want to pause the video right now and make sure that you have yours taken care of, fill that out, please, and then we will continue. All right. If you're at this screen now, it will probably be a let's get started. I'm kind of guessing on that, but I'm hoping that's what you see. And I am going to hit the save and continue button. And now I get to a screen that asks me to enter school information. Please mark yourself as an 8th grader. And even though it's asking about previous schools, right now I want to jump right to it and say that you're going to be a Belle Plaine student from 8th grade to 12th grade. And if you just start typing Belle Plaine, it should give you a drop-down option where you can choose Belle Plaine Junior Senior High in Belle Plaine. And then you'll hit save and continue. Again, feel free to pause whenever you need to. Today in class, we got through a variety of steps of career exploration, and I definitely want you to continue those steps also to stay with us step by step. So please hit save and continue. All right, you are going to see a career path, and then it's going to give you a work values assessment. Click the underlined work values assessment. And now you have a survey to complete. There is a sentence starter that simply says, for my job, it is important that, ... And then you have some sentence finishers. For example, I make use of my abilities. I've got to judge for myself, how important is it for me that if I have a job, I want to make use of my abilities. So I have to go through for each of these sentence finishers and identify which column of important I want to give it. And you'll notice that you can only put, I think it's 4 check marks in a box before they won't let you use that column anymore. So don't think long. I just want you to go with gut instinct of how important something is. So right now, you're going to see me clicking on the screen. And I am going to do this just like you are doing it. So again, feel free to pause so you can stay with me and our pace matches. Okay? Here we go. Alrighty, I've done this a bazillion times, so I'm pretty quick with the read. You'll notice that whenever I did put 4 check marks in a column, it blocked the rest of that. So now I'm going to hit the calculate button, if my screen will let me get there. Okay, hold that thought. This is Troubleshooting Live. Hey, I managed to move the screen somehow. Okay, and then I'm gonna try, not quite what I wanted, but you're getting a little up close and personal here. Okay, I really need to hit that calculate button. That's really amusing that I can't get to it. So, in 1 second, we are going to figure out how to get this where I need it to be. Oh my goodness, I can just move it. Look at that. All right, we learned together, guys. All right, so I'm going to hit calculate now, and it is going to give me my value results. So my primary value is relationships, and my secondary value is achievement. I like just going along and doing these surveys just like you guys are, just to give it as an example, and yours are probably different than mine, or, maybe on an off chance you're the same. But no matter what the results are, it's good to look at the descriptions here and to see if that really does align with what you think. So mine is I want to provide service to others. I want to work with friendly coworkers, and that I want to have a job that allows me to, maintain my moral values. All those things are spot on for me. So as you look at your description of the two, I hope you're kind of feeling that inkling too of like, yeah, that sounds like me. So right now I need to remember what mine are. I've got relationships and I've got achievement. So please take a look at yours and make sure you know what they are. I'm going to click close. And now you will notice that everything is white for you guys. So I have to mark relationships as an achievement. That's how I document that I took the survey and I know my results. Okay? So mark your two, please. And then we're going to hit save and continue. All right. Next up is the career interest inventory. I'm going to click into that underlined career interest inventory, and it opens up a new window for me to tell what I like to do and what I don't like to do. It's going to be 30 questions, and I'm going to give them information about what I like to do, and it's going to match me for a career. What's important to remember as I hit start assessment is that this isn't about what I know how to do. It's about, like, if I was given the chance and I did have the knowledge, would I like to do it? Because I have no idea how to build kitchen cabinets. But you know what? I think I would kind of like to do that maybe, or I would totally not like to do it. Just go with your gut instinct. There are 3 screens, 10 per screen, and then answer from there. So if you want to pause and do yours, I'm going to go ahead and stay live with mine and just quickly fill mine out, and then I will meet you when you are done with your 30. Okay, I'm to page 3. I'm going to hit next, and it's going to calculate. You are going to see that I have 71 career matches based upon the interest assessment I just took. So look at yours. How many matches do you have in careers? These are ranked by match in alphabetical order. So you'll notice that I could sort it by just the ones that are best matches, some that are great, some that are good. Then I see the actual career. I could click into any of those and it would give me tons of information and possibly videos to watch of people just talking about that career themselves. The outlook, what's the likelihood that that job will be available when I'm ready to go get it? And then hourly wages. We all know that money cannot buy happiness, but undoubtedly it is a factor in choosing a job. So we want you to have an understanding on financial literacy that allows you to provide for yourself, possibly provide for a future family, and live the lifestyle that you'd like to live. So hourly wage is going to be something that we talk about in addition to just overall salary. The last column is education, and this will tell you how much schooling is needed. You'll notice that sometimes it's a high school diploma, other times it's multiple years where it's a doctoral degree. A key word that you're going to find is the bachelor degree, and that is a 4-year college degree. So there are pages and pages and pages of results. I'm not going to take the time to look through them and give samples, but please go ahead and look through what you would like to look through. Instead, I'm going to direct you over to this bar graph, and I'm going to have you click details. These are your actual results. So it will tell you in bar graph form what category you scored each level in. So for example, social is by far my highest. When I go down here and I look at what it means to be social, I read those and I'm like, oh, patient, insightful, likes to work in groups, likes to teach. I'm like, that is, again, spot on for me. And then I'm like, okay. So then I look, wow, I got a 0 in investigative. And when I look at investigative, I see words like microscope, and I see things like experiments and scientific theories, and I do not like science. I mean, I'm glad people out there like science, but I'm not one of them. So I'm like, that is spot on too. I do not want to work in the field of science. And that has given me, for my survey results, a 0 in that category. So please take time to take a look at your results and take a look at what these words mean and where you scored high, where you scored low. Both of them can tell you quite a bit about yourself. We will take these surveys at least once a year as a Belle Plaine student, and we will see some of you stay the same and others of you, you'll grow in different ways and we'll get some different responses. So for our purposes today, take a look at your surveys, and then we are going to make sure that you notice your 2 highest. If you have a tie between a couple categories, just pick the 2 that you want to pursue. So mine is not a tie. I am social and enterprising. So right now I'm going to click back to results. And then I'm going to go to that window, the My Academic Plan. And I am going to make sure, your screen looks all white, I am going to make sure that I mark my social and my enterprising so I document my results. And now I'm going to hit save and continue. Okay, last requirement of today is we are now going to look at career cluster options. Part of the requirement is we have to start somewhere, and we want you to document the fields that seem the most interesting to you. You'll notice in all of these, if I scroll over any of them, there will be a description, and it will tell me more about it. Some of them have an I behind it or a V. I means that's a career cluster that matches my interest inventory results, and the V means it matched my values assessment. So those could be good recommendations, but I also want to